On the previous episode of Mario's paint class, I showed you how to fix badly damaged PPF and badly damaged paint. We use a regular DA sander, some rotary type sander 6 amp, and we use paint stripper. So I showed you all the steps in the previous video. We got it down to bare metal. We use some of these pre-treatment wipes before we go ahead and prime. If you're not using like epoxy primers, those kind of primers that sticks to metal really well, we laid down 3 coats of primer and then we prepped it up to 800, and now we're here, and now me and Brian about to make this beautiful again. Let's get started. The first coat is being laid down here, and before you guys start to paint, please make sure you clean the panels properly, whether that is with water-based cleaner or solvent-based cleaner, and use a tack cloth or anti-static rag or anti-static gun. You have to make sure the panel is clean, free of all contaminations before you start to paint. So the first coat is being laid down with the PRD 717. It has a split tip. I'm spraying at about 26 psi and full fan, wide open fan, full fluid. And over here we have Brian from Paint Society with the DV1 spraying at 14 to 16 psi, wide open fan and full fluid. We try to do some medium wet coats because that keeps your base coat smoother. Instead of misting it on or spraying it dry, you might find you have a lot more orange peel that way. So I'm not telling you to spray it like clear coat, but it should be about medium wet. And there it is, guys. After 2 solid coats of base, it's looking silky smooth. We didn't have to go 3-4 coats of paint because we used the right sealer or the right primer. If we used a whiter primer, a lighter primer or sealer, we would have a much harder time getting coverage. So choose your sealer or primer carefully before you paint. It could give you more work, let you waste more material. So that's what you want there, guys, a silky smooth look. And once you see that, you already know your clear coat is gonna come out looking really nice. So to start, I will be starting on the roof, and then Brian will do the hood. I'm still using the same gun, same Porphis PRD 717, the same setup, full fan, full fluid, and we're gonna do 90% overlap because these are some big panels and you really need to get some full coverage. Can you imagine trying to buff a roof because it's full of orange peel, and look at all these grooves that are in the roof? Do you think that would be fun? So the roof is actually a sweet panel, and the hood to clear coat, even though it's so big and it's hard to get it completely wet, you have you have leisure, like you have some playroom, right? You have time to really lay it down and not worrying about it running. It If you get a run on a roof, that'd be super weird. But you can get solvent pops, by trying to lay it down too wet, so don't flood it. Over here, Brian is using the Series 2 iwata for the clear coat, spraying at about 26 psi, full fluid, wide open fan, 90% overlap. Look at the fan on that thing. Both of these guns are in different league in terms of prices, but when you watch them work, you see that they're really doing a good job. The iwata here, and then the porphis PRD 717. All right, guys, moving on. We're on the last coat. After 10 minutes of flash time, you want to give it some time to flash out or air out or gas out before you start laying down your second coat to avoid many different problems such as runs, sags, solvent pops, and even blistering and cracking. So now Brian's on the roof and I am on the hood, and we're going to finish this up and show you how it looks. And here's the proof of all our hard work. We got it to look back to factory settings. Brian from Paint Society and myself, we did such a good job on this one. So, guys, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to both our channels. Go over to Paint Society, leave a subscribe or like on one of his videos. Tell him Mario Paint Class sent you. And we're going to take this out the booth and show you what it looks like outside. So, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a very nice day. Class dismissed.